This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS operating handbook for a national level emergency. The President of the United States, or one of his representatives, will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. We interrupt our regular programming. This is a national emergency. Important details will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcasts and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is 99.5 WAHD-FM. We will continue to serve the Washington, D.C. area. If you are not in this local area, tune now into stations providing news and information for your local area. This is the emergency alert system serving the Washington, D.C. area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. We interrupt our regular programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is 99.5 WAHD-FM. We will continue furnishing news, official information, and instructions for the Washington, D.C. area. If you are not in the Washington, D.C. area, you should tune now into stations providing news and information for your area. It is important that you listen carefully to announcements from a station in your local area. Stand by. The President of the United States, or his designated representative, will be speaking shortly. The following message has been given authorization for release at the request of myself, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the United States government, effective as of 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. I regret to inform the citizens of the United States, especially on the 4th of July, that a national state of emergency is currently taking place across the United States. There have been reports of people turning into deadly eagle-like creatures in all 50 U.S. states, including Alaska and Hawaii. These creatures are causing massive damage, injuries, fatalities, and transformations into these creatures all across the United States. These creatures are similar to regular bald eagles in the wild, but they are observed to have larger talons, razor-sharp teeth and claws, extreme muscle mass, superhuman speed and strength, extremely good vision, red, white, or blue glowing eyes, dark red beaks which are very sharp, extremely attractive to noise and light, and shows extreme homicidal aggression to any living human or animal that they see. These creatures attack their victims by being eaten, bitten, mauled, scratched, mutilated, or swooping down from the air and picking them up with their large talons, and even using their sharp beak to pierce them through the heart, killing them instantly. Victims that are killed have also turned into these creatures as well. It is unknown why the situation is happening, but it is possible that an unknown disease or supernatural phenomenon may be responsible for turning people into these creatures. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation, and action should be taken seriously. All Americans, no matter where you live, to follow these given instructions, as this can help you to increase your chance of survival. Effective immediately, I will be placing the entire nation under a mandatory shelter-in-place order, as well as martial law. Martial law means the military will now control all aspects of life. All essential activities have been prohibited, and a complete restriction of travel has been implemented. No one is allowed to leave the country for any reason. If you are caught attempting to leave, you will be arrested, or shot on sight by the U.S. National Guard. Find a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Stay away from windows, doors, and outside walls. Put as many objects between you and the outside world as possible. Close, lock, and barricade all windows and doors from the inside to prevent these creatures from entering your home. Turn off all heating and air conditioning systems. Close all curtains and blinds. Close all fireplace dampers and vents. And seal all cracks on doors and windows with tape or damp towels. Grab an essential set of supplies for your shelter that will last you and your family for the duration of this emergency. Take food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, a cell phone, phone chargers, toiletries, important documents, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio with extra batteries and the backlight turned off. Make sure you turn off all lights and electricity in your home. Make as little noise as possible. And keep the brightness and volume level on your electronic devices at the lowest level possible in order to avoid attracting the attention of one or more of these creatures to your shelter. If one or more of these creatures manage to enter your home, use armed protection by all means. This includes deadly force. Do not go outside for any reason. If you do, you will be putting your life in extreme danger. Most importantly, do not approach or make contact with these creatures. They are considered extremely dangerous and show no mercy to anyone whatsoever, and will attack and kill anyone they see in their path. Do not panic. I repeat, do not panic. Panicking will only make the situation worse than it already is. My fellow Americans, this is clearly an unprecedented time in our nation's history. On a day that we're celebrating our 250th Independence Day as a nation, we now have people turning into mindless, eagle-like monsters. Even though we are dealing with a lot of uncertainty and chaos, we will rise up from the ashes as one nation, under God, and try to rebuild this nation back to its former glory once all of this is over. We will be resilient and stronger than ever before. We have no reason to fall to these creatures as we are the strongest country in the world. If we can get together as loyal American citizens, we will get out of this crisis, and get our country back to normal again. Always stay positive and have hope during these dark times. Thank you for listening to this message. Stay safe, stay strong, stay vigilant, and as always, God bless the United States of America.
That was a message from a representative of the President. We now return to the emergency alert system. This concludes all operations of the emergency alert system. However, normal programming will be suspended indefinitely, or until this crisis has ended. Please stay tuned to local media outlets for more information on the situation. This is an emergency action termination. This is an all-clear message. I repeat, this is an all-clear message. The deadly eagle-like creatures that have been reported terrorizing the United States for the last 12 hours have somewhat disappeared into thin air. The cause of this is unknown. Due to this, the threat is now over, and all residents may exit your shelters at this time. However, there is massive damage across the United States. The National Guard is currently unavailable to rescue people from damaged shelters. If your shelter has been damaged or destroyed in any way, call 911 and the National Guard, if possible, will take you to the nearest military base. Repeating, the threat from the deadly eagle-like creatures are now over, and all residents may exit your shelters at this time. All broadcast and cable systems are now allowed to resume regular programming. Emergency broadcasts will now be handed over to state and local officials. This concludes all operations under the emergency alert system. Regular programming may now resume. Your government thanks you for your cooperation during this emergency.